This video could be the one that completely changed your life and mine too. So let's go back to the beginning. Hi, my name is Abayomi and I've been a content creator for over a decade. Most of that time I've focused on short form content, primarily Instagram and TikTok, where I've built an audience and honed my skills. But now I'm taking on a new challenge, YouTube. So the question is, why YouTube? Not for the usual reasons. I'm not just here chasing subscribers or I'm looking to build a business, although those are really great goals as well. But mine is a lot more deeper than that. Now, I live with a chronic illness called sickle cell disorder. Now, if you don't know what sickle cell is, it's basically a genetic disorder where the red blood cells basically misshapen. Now, in sickle cell, it changes shape into something like a sickled shape, and that is why it is called sickle cell. And these cells that are sickled then causes pain and also causes some other health complications. For me, the condition is considered mild. I'm able to do a lot of things I technically should not be doing, and somehow I get away with it. So for me, it's safe to say it is not as severe as a lot of people would have it. I started content creation because I wanted to share my story, but over time I realized that content creation could be a career path, especially one that gives people like me freedom, time freedom, financial freedom. It's not always easy, but it's definitely worth it. So back to the question, why YouTube? For me, I see it as a means to express all of me, every version of me. I'm someone that's very passionate about a lot of things. I love to create, I love to learn, and I want to grow as well. And with YouTube, I believe I can share my knowledge as a content creator to help other content creators or even content creators living with chronic illnesses grow and create better content on a budget. Also to share my story as someone living with sickle cell disease and even create gaming content for game lovers and game content creators like me. Everyone says you need a niche, you need to niche down as much as you can, and you need to have a niche, talk about a specific topic. Now, why that is great advice? Here's my take on that. Now, first things first, if you already have a niche that you want to go with, that you have a specific topic that you want to talk about, you already know your niche, by all means, run with it. However, if you're someone like me who at the beginning did not have a niche, don't know what to talk about, have multiple passion, then that should not stop you from getting started. Start anyway, talk about anything, talk about whatever you want to talk about. You can be the niche. In fact, you are the niche. Your interest, your story, your voice, that is enough for you to run with. And even if you pick a niche now, remember you can always pivot later. You're allowed to evolve over time. You are human. Your interest is going to change from this to that. You're going to love this, then in a couple of years later you're going to hate it or maybe not want to talk about it anymore. So you're allowed to evolve. You don't have to stick to one thing forever. And that is why I always say you are the niche. So create content that you are interested in, tell your stories, use your voice as much as you can. So having said that, in conclusion, here are my top 3 reasons why you should start creating content on YouTube today. Number 1 is wider reach. YouTube has over 2 billion users worldwide. So you have access to over 2 billion people around the world. Now, number 2 is creative freedom. You have the freedom to create whatever you want to create as long as you're playing by the rule. In fact, on YouTube, the longer your video, the better for you, so you can express yourself more. And the last one is personal growth. Content creation, whether on YouTube or Instagram or any other platform, isn't just creating, it's a journey. It's a lifelong journey basically. And through this journey you would grow, you would learn, you would fail, you would succeed, and you would learn, you would fall, you would do all of those things, which means that you are growing basically. Thank you so much for watching to this point, and if you want to hear more about my story or you want to learn content creation tips, or you just want to enjoy some gaming content, or maybe you just want to join me on this YouTube journey, make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell so that you get notified when I make a video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.